Are you feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or simply seeking peace? You're in the right place. Dive into God's Word to find His perfect peace that surpasses all understanding. Let these powerful Bible verses and heartfelt prayers bring calm to your heart and refresh your spirit. Take a deep breath and trust in His promises. Life is full of twists and turns, unexpected detours, and unforeseen challenges that can leave us feeling disoriented and unsure of our path. We make plans, and sometimes those plans don't go our way. We map out our future, only to find that life has other ideas. It can be discouraging. It can be scary. The uncertainty can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds. We might start to wonder what God is doing. We question His plans and His timing. We might even question if He has a plan for us at all. Doubt creeps in, and we feel isolated in our struggles. It's okay to have these feelings. It's human to feel lost and confused sometimes. These emotions are a natural part of our journey. We've all been there. We've all had moments where we feel like we're clinging to hope with everything we have. Moments where we seek comfort in our faith and in each other. But it's in these moments, these times of uncertainty, that our faith is truly tested. It's when we are at our most vulnerable that we find our true strength. It's easy to trust God when things are good, when the sun is shining and the path is clear. But what about when things are hard? What about when we're facing challenges we don't understand? When the road ahead is shrouded in darkness and doubt? That's when we need to dig deep. That's when we need to remember that God is still in control. Even when we can't see the way forward, He is guiding us. He hasn't forgotten about us. He sees our struggles and He cares. He is with us in every trial and triumph. He's not going to leave us to navigate this life alone. His presence is a constant, even when we feel most alone. He's promised to be with us every step of the way. Through every twist and turn, He is our steadfast guide. Doubt. It creeps in quietly, doesn't it? Like a thief in the night, it steals our peace and replaces it with worry. We start to question everything. We wonder if God is really listening. We wonder if He really cares about the desires of our hearts. These doubts, they're not uncommon. In fact, they're a normal part of the human experience. Even the strongest believers have moments of uncertainty. Remember Thomas? He doubted that Jesus had risen from the dead. Even when the other disciples told him it was true, he needed to see it with his own eyes to believe. Doubt can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to control us. We have a choice. We can either let it consume us, or we can use it as an opportunity to draw closer to God. We can bring our doubts and fears to Him in prayer. We can ask Him to help us see His hand at work in our lives, even when it's hard to see. The Bible is filled with verses that offer comfort and reassurance. Verses that remind us that we are not alone, that God is with us always, even in the midst of our doubts and fears. One of my favorite verses is Jeremiah 29:11, where God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." These words are so powerful because they remind us that God has a good plan for each one of us, a plan that is bigger than our circumstances, bigger than our doubts, bigger than our fears. A plan that is filled with hope and a future. When we focus on God's promises, we find peace, we find strength, we find the courage to keep going even when we don't understand what He's doing. We can trust that He's working everything out for our good, even when we can't see it yet. Think of a potter molding clay. The process is both delicate and powerful, requiring patience and skill. He shapes and molds the clay with care, even when it seems like the clay is resisting. Each movement is intentional, each touch purposeful. He knows what he's doing. The potter has a clear vision in mind, a final masterpiece that only he can see. He has a vision for what the clay will become. The clay may not understand the process, but it trusts the potter's hands. And in the same way, God is shaping and molding us. We are the clay in his hands, being formed into something beautiful. He's working in our lives, even when we don't understand what he's doing. His ways are higher than our ways, and his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." This is a promise we can hold on to. This verse reminds us that we need to trust God, even when we don't understand his plan. It's about faith and surrender. We need to surrender our will to his will and trust that he's leading us down the right path. It's a journey of faith. It's not always easy to surrender control. Our human nature wants to hold on tightly to our plans and desires. We want to be in charge. We want to navigate our own course and make our own decisions. We want to know what's going to happen next. The uncertainty can be daunting, but that's where faith comes in. But when we let go and let God take the lead, we find a new kind of freedom. We open ourselves up to his blessings, blessings that we might have missed if we were too busy trying to control everything. We open ourselves up to his peace that transcends all understanding, a peace that fills our hearts and minds, guiding us gently through life's journey. Have you ever noticed how, looking back, even the difficult times in our lives often worked out for our good? Maybe a job loss led to a more fulfilling career. Maybe a broken relationship made space for a healthier one. God can take even our most painful experiences and weave them into a beautiful tapestry of grace. He sees the bigger picture even when we can't. He knows what threads need to be added and which ones need to be removed to create something beautiful and lasting. It's okay to grieve the losses, it's okay to feel the pain, but we can trust that God is using even those difficult experiences to shape us and mold us into the people he created us to be. Section 6. When plans change. We all have plans. We plan our careers, our families, our vacations. We get excited about the future and all the possibilities it holds. But sometimes God has other plans. Sometimes life throws us a curveball and we're forced to change course. It can be incredibly disappointing when our plans fall apart. We might feel angry, confused, even betrayed. We might wonder why God would allow this to happen, but it's important to remember that God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. Just because our plans have changed doesn't mean that God has abandoned us. It simply means that he has something better in store for us, something that we can't even begin to imagine. Section 7. The gift of surrender. Surrendering our plans to God is not about giving up. It's about letting go of our need to control everything and trusting that God knows what he's doing. It's about saying, God, I trust you. I trust that you have my best interests at heart. I trust that you will lead me down the path that is right for me, even if it's not the path I had in mind. Surrender is a gift. It's a gift that frees us from the burden of worry and anxiety. It's a gift that allows us to experience the peace that comes from knowing that we are not in control. Surrender doesn't mean we won't face challenges. It doesn't mean life will be easy. But it does mean that we'll face those challenges with God by our side, and that makes all the difference. Section 8. Seeds of Hope. Even in the darkest of times we can find hope. Hope in the knowledge that God is with us. Hope in the promise that He is working all things together for our good. Hope in the belief that our present circumstances don't define our future. Think of a seed planted in the ground. It seems like nothing is happening, but beneath the surface something beautiful is taking root. In the same way, even when we can't see it, God is working in our lives. He's planting seeds of hope that will one day blossom into something beautiful. We may not always understand God's plan. We may not always agree with it. But we can trust that He is good. We can trust that He loves us. And we can trust that He is working all things together for our good. Section 9. Embracing the journey. Life is a journey, not a destination. Each step we take, each path we choose shapes our story. There will be mountains to climb and valleys to walk through. These challenges and triumphs define our journey. There will be times of joy and times of sorrow, moments of laughter shared with loved ones and quiet times of reflection. But through it all, God will be with us. His presence is our constant companion, guiding us through every season. He'll be our strength when we are weak, lifting us up when we feel we can't go on. He'll be our light when we are lost, illuminating the path ahead when the way seems unclear. He'll be our hope when we are discouraged, reminding us that there is always a new dawn after the darkest night. All we have to do is trust Him, trust in His wisdom, His timing, and His love. So let's embrace the journey. Let's walk with faith and courage, knowing we are never alone. Let's trust in God's plan, even when we don't understand it. His ways are higher than our ways. Let's surrender our will to His will and allow Him to lead us. In surrender, we find true freedom. For in His hands, we are safe. We are protected and cherished. In His hands, we are loved. His love is unconditional and everlasting. And in His hands, we are home. We find our true belonging and peace. Take some time this week to reflect on your own journey. Consider the paths you've taken and the lessons you've learned. Where are you placing your trust? Are you leaning on your own understanding or seeking His guidance? Are you trying to control everything, or are you surrendering to God's plan? Let go of the need to control every detail. Ask God to help you let go of your need for control and to trust in His perfect timing. Embrace the journey with an open heart. No matter what you're going through, God's peace is always available to you. Experience God's peace in every area of your life, your heart, your challenges, and your relationships. Keep praying, trusting, and declaring His peace over your life daily, and let His word be your anchor. If this message blessed you, please type Amen in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more encouraging prayers and scriptures. Let us know in the comments how we can pray for you as well. May God's peace be with you always. Until next time, stay encouraged and stay in His presence.